Welcome back to another episode of Just Two Teens. We are your hosts, Nicole and Calvin. How are we today?
Um, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. What about you?
I'm all right. You wanna tell me why you're just hanging in there, bro?
So, this week it's been a little rough. It's the Regents week. Um, and I just got my test scores back and let me no, let me tell you, it's not good. I wouldn't
Oh,
say it's good. I think I think some people like some people in my friend group like they would consider it to be good or fine, and they would probably find me complaining ridiculous, but I digress.
hmm.
What about you? Are you doing
I mean,
good? Like,
yeah, I was actually very fortunate that I only really had I had finals, but they were mostly in-class finals, so I only had
yeah.
one Regents. And I do feel that I did a good job on it. I'll tell you, I got a 93. It was the
Hmm.
US civic literacy. However, um I just felt like perhaps I could have done better because I don't feel that the teacher I had for this class really thoroughly prepared me for this test. It wasn't the material, it was the test.
Um, to add on to that, yeah, I agree. I think we weren't adequately um you know, supported by this teacher. Like we came into that class to be prepared for the AP exam. So basically, the whole year we were in that class preparing for a different test that has like a different format than the test that we're taking um for New York, basically. So um I just think that we just had like a lack of preparation. Um, and I think that that was one reason why my test score was what it was. Um, yeah. Wait, I didn't mention what I got. For everyone who was wondering, I got a 79 on my AP US, I mean my US history regents. It's not good, and I wished I got like at least a mastery so I wouldn't be like this, salty, but it is what it is.
Yeah, the unfortunate fact is sometimes it's not so much the material that we learn, it's the test we take that
Mhm.
isn't suited to what we've prepared for. Like, if well, do you want to talk in depth about the U.S. literacy regions? Because I can say it was not my favorite test.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was definitely different. Um
Yeah.
Especially because we also took the US history regions, which I got a good score on. So, um I was hoping, oh, I would probably be on the same level as US history, but clearly not. Um, I think the test it was extremely different from like the AP exam. Like at least with the US history, it was like straightforward. There wasn't a lot of a different formatting system. Um, but with the US history one, there was like several different formats. Like there was one where you had to like talk about the documents, and then mind you, the essay was like completely different.
Yeah,
But
our
that also happened in the US I mean the world history regions, but with that one everyone has been doing it since like middle school. So everyone is like ready for the enduring issues essay. But for the US history we only had 1 year, but we were taking an AP class. So we weren't ready at all. Like we had no prior exposure or anything.
yeah, we actually didn't do an essay, like the civic literacy essay,
Mhm.
once before
Yeah.
we walked in that room.
We I like I understood where like what our teacher was trying to accomplish. Like she was trying to expose us to all the multiple choice, But I feel as though the multiple choice wasn't even a big problem because the multiple choice is common sense. But I feel like,
And a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Reading comprehension.
yeah, like it wasn't even just memory. Like for the AP exam, it was harder because it was part wording, part comprehension, part memory, and like part everything. Like it's just harder. It's on another level. It's not, but with the normal regions, they're not asking for a lot. So I don't know why. So I just think that her assigning that many like multiple choice exams, I think it wasn't effective.
Yeah, I do think she mentioned we had done over 200
Yeah.
Regents multiple choice
Hmm.
questions.
Yeah.
That's a little like at some point I don't think that much is necessary. Like
I think at that point it's excessive because I got the same grade. I kept on averaging about an 85 throughout all of the exams that we've taken. And mind you, we were doing like AP amount of like we were doing like 55 multiple choice questions, which is basically the same as an AP multiple choice exam. So I don't even
55 per 40
yeah.
minutes,
Mhm.
but on the Regents there was only 28. So it was like teaching us to almost rush.
Exactly. Um Point being, I just think she was focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I
Because
think she
at the end of
should
the
have
day, the multiple choice, sure,
yeah.
it's heavily weighted, but it is not as heavily weighted as the
Mhm.
civic
Because
literacy essay.
if you look at the grading, if you look at the grading sheet, most of the grade is coming from the civic literacy test.
Yeah, because the multiple choice is a like cumulative with the short essay
Mhm.
response. Actually, is that even what those are called? I don't even know what those are called. Whatever. Um, they're like documents. Um, and you write like a two paragraph like
Mhm.
one of them's historical context, the other one's all
Yeah.
analysis and whatever. Um, you do that. The two of those plus all the multiple choice, and then that gets layered onto your civic literacy essay, and that determines your grade. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
so, one of those things is the equivalent of three of the other parts together.
Mhm.
So therefore, shouldn't the heaviest weighing, I mean, piece of the test be the greatest emphasis, not something we do literally what 2 days before?
Mhm. Exactly. I just think I don't know. I think it was also partly laziness from the teacher's part, if you will, because I just think assigning multiple choice, it was just like easy for her to not do a lot of teaching. It was just basically you doing the test,
And
and
she could
we had
sit
like
there
some of
and
it.
while we took it,
Yeah,
and she
like
didn't even have to
she
hand grade it. Like she
yeah
could just.
she wouldn't admit it obviously, but I just think it's that. But anyways,
And I'm pretty sure when we did do the short essay responses, and she didn't even grade them herself. She had AI grade them,
yeah
if that is of any importance here.
yeah. So basically, moving on to the main point of this podcast, I don't think we mentioned the episode name. Episode is titled "You're Not Stupid."
Because you're not
Um,
stupid.
yeah, you're not stupid. Um, I just think I don't know. I just think that these standardized tests, they don't accurately reflect your intelligence or your ability to you know um do these questions and answer these questions. I think it's these tests are measuring your ability to do these tests um in a timely manner and doing it at a pace that is, what you call it, they want you to take these tests at a certain time. They give you a certain like time frame of when you complete it. Then they also expect you to, to be precise and to make sure you get all the questions right, which, that's like the premise of what a standardized test is, but I don't think it measures how intelligent you are or how much you know about the course because you can only fit so many like units in these like tests. So, um, these tests they can sometimes miss units where you're like actually good on. So yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that goes you mentioned, like, the length of the test, like,
Mm,
there are so many things, like, I can't even finish in the time frame. Like, if I had a chance to attempt more of the questions, I could probably get more of them right, but sometimes I lose track of time, spend too much time on a worthless question when I shouldn't have, but I did. And I for in that reference, I'd like to refer to the SAT, not the SAT, sorry, the ACT. The
mm.
ACT was the worst thing I've ever
Uh,
done.
yeah.
I didn't even like they asked me to give them my email within like 2 days so I could get my test results. I didn't even do that. I didn't like don't tell my mom, but I don't want to see that score. So I'll never know that score and that's for the
Yeah.
better. I didn't
Yeah.
do half the test. I didn't
It's
know what to expect.
it's all like mental stamina. It's not actually like, measuring your knowledge. Like it is testing your knowledge, but not in the way where it's like, like a standard way of doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Um, yeah, I just think that these tests, eh, like mind you, we're not even like considering like, oh, maybe like you have like an off day or like you weren't feeling it that day. There's like a lot of like different variables that can affect your grade, and it's not just, oh, like, oh, you score good? Okay, you know this class well. Like I think that like if you do well in that class throughout the whole year, our school does it differently where it's like 4 quarters, like our year is separated by 4 quarters. I know like different schools
4
they have like
quarters years.
semesters. It's like
No, we have
separated
4
by
quarters, 2 semesters.
Okay, yeah, but we measure it in like quarters. I think like some schools they just do like 2 semesters. I don't know. Um, what I'm trying to get at is basically, I think your class average is the most important one because you're measuring like throughout the year, not just, oh, like one test. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The you know, the your course average really measures your consistency
Yeah.
in your ability to maintain academic
hmm
honorage.
I think,
Honorage?
yeah, I think consistency over like just one test, because the one test doesn't really tell you the whole story. Um,
Yeah.
and I think schools do realize that, but I just think that it's kind of hard for someone to just accept like, oh, I got like a terrible grade, because like when I saw those grades, like I was like kind of defeated.
When you say those grades, you didn't mention the other tests you didn't feel happy with. Do you want to comment?
Oh yeah, there was like a couple, like there's a couple, like especially the math ones and the
Oh yeah, you
um
took
yeah, the
algebra the other
math,
day.
yeah, the algebra 2 it didn't come out yet because I took it today.
Oh,
I think I did okay on that. Hopefully. Hopefully. And then yeah, it was math for like from last year and the year before. And also yeah, it's literally math. Oh, and chemistry, because I don't know, like I thought I did good on those, but clearly I didn't. Like clearly the grade doesn't reflect what I think. Um, but yeah, I was just kind of defeated. Like it was like considering how long I sat there, um, I like looking at the grade, you're just kind of defeated because like you sat there for like 3 hours and you get like this grade back, like wow. But at least I passed, so.
yeah. I mean, the unfortunate thing is like they're changing all of these regencies now, and
Yeah, exactly. That's what I also want to point out. They're changing these courses. They changed earth science. So how can schools measure like it's not an actual like like that's why these tests are not like that's why I don't think these are important. I think schools realize that because these tests change a lot. And if it's
and by
like a
schools you mean colleges, right?
yeah, yeah, basically. Um so when like these tests change a lot, then how is it standardized? Because now you're basing it off of nothing. Do you know what I mean? Because like if you change the
Yeah.
course, then where's your reference point? There is no reference point.
And we really have to look at this earth science regents because people
All
did
failed.
terrible. They
People
said like
did
they walked
bad.
in there and they did not know what was happening.
Exactly. And they couldn't even prepare for it because they were the first. They were basically the guinea pig of the test. They were the
Yeah.
first group of students to, take the test.
Yeah.
Um,
And I feel bad for every single one of them. I haven't heard
yep.
one person say, "Oh, that was really easy." I only heard, "What was
Yeah.
that?"
And next year they're changing chemistry too, so
Yeah.
everyone can have fun with that one. Um, I don't know. I just think it's just kind of stupid that we're also, taking these tests. We're measuring like our intelligence with numbers, but intelligence comes in different forms. It's not just academic. And I think a lot of students, they like, including me, I think they get too consumed with the numbers because, numbers are important when you're in school. Like we got like the numbers, they tell you how smart you are. They tell you if you're gonna go to college or not. They dictate like your career and stuff, but they don't in actuality because some people drop out of college and they become successful. And I understand like, oh, like the chances are low, but the chance is still there. Like you can do
It's a
like
number,
amazing
guys.
things. Yeah. Like
Eh,
I think we're too hung up on that, and I think schools they also do that too much. Like it's all
Yeah.
numbers. But like I get it. I get it. Like but
And
I
here's the
don't
thing.
know.
Assigning a number, like, makes everything a competition.
Mhm.
Like, whether I like it or not, like, let's say like comparing test results, like even like you there when the people are your friends, you're still comparing yourself because it's a number and one was higher than the other, and sometimes it makes you feel bad because
'Cause
you could gain your own feel your own insuperiority, and it's
yeah, yeah. Like sometimes like if it's all numbers, sometimes you look at your friend, oh, she got like 100 and you're sitting here with a 70, like you're obviously gonna feel bad and you're gonna feel down about it. And
exactly.
if you're so focused on numbers, you don't like realize, oh, like uh, maybe I have other talents that other people don't show. Like for example, like we can, like for example, both of us like we're like, we're doing like some quirky stuff with the podcast. Like we're very like you know, poetic, I guess. Or, like very poetic,
Poetic,
very
not
and
the word
very
I use.
like, like it's like very philosophical. Like I think we think differently. We think like not like logic. Like we think logically, but we also think nuanced. Like we're like, um
Actually, I have a perfect example of this
yeah.
number not being a direct. I took a class this year. It was called music production.
Oh,
I
okay.
yeah, you know. Um, I am not the smallest bit musically inclined. I go in that class and I have no idea what I'm doing. And what grade did I get?
Mhm.
100 because I participated, and even though
Exactly.
nothing I did was good, it was complete.
But at least
Um,
you tried. At least you tried.
exactly, and that was all that mattered because it was a stupid
Mhm.
little elective. Okay.
Mhm.
But I go in there and there's all these like I swear to God, they're music prodigies like singing it like wildflower in class, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm
I'm
just
like,
gonna sit
maybe it's
down.
the next Billie Eilish. You never
No,
know.
literally, like they're singing Billie Eilish, they're singing. Oh, I can't even remember what else they sung because the wildflower just left such an impression on me. They sang
Maybe
"Eye
they
of the
maybe they started
Tiger."
singing like Birds of a Feather in class. Like,
Oh, they sang. I think they sang that one too. Actually, now that you say that.
yeah, yeah, my
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
Um,
I know they played a. I know they played a Chapel Roan song.
oh,
I just don't
okay,
know
yeah.
which one.
It's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's one of them. It's one of them.
Essentially like they're smart, but they're smart in a different
Yeah, those
way, basically.
they they were music smart, something I could never be, and even though I
Mhm.
had a good number in the class, that had absolutely no direct correlation with my
Exactly.
musical ability. I have no
They're
musical
just
ability.
they're just musically gifted. Like they might not be
Exactly.
the most academically gifted students, but they're gifted in a different way. And I
Yeah,
think we need to realize that there's other like ways to showcase your intelligence. It's not all about numbers. It's not all about how good you are at manipulating numbers and um
exactly. And there are some things that those people like that are going to be able to do that I will never be able to
exactly.
do.
Like yeah, I understand like math is important, right? Like engineering, like yeah, you need math. Like
But
if you're
their
going
kind of math is keeping track of the beats per minute and doing
hmm
tempo, and
hmm
like that is something I would never be able to manage.
exactly, like me too. Like I can't even keep up with a rhythm. I can't even dance, okay, matter of fact.
Yeah. But like you are able to like, because you did acting ensemble, like you're able to like
Mhm.
at least perceive the next line or like have a script
Yeah.
memorized. I don't think I would be able to do that.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. I just feel like like in school, I feel like people should stop worrying about numbers, and I think people should start like waking up. Start like maybe like try new things, trying to see like like what they can do. Like okay, like what if you never went into music production? You wouldn't know if you're like musically gifted. Like maybe if you go into that class and you can like I don't know keep up a rhythm really well and you can harmonize, then you would like be like, "Oh, like I'm actually like good at doing this," as
Like maybe
opposed
I
to
want to
if
do
you
more
never
music
tried.
classes.
Yeah, exactly. If you never like went in, you wouldn't know. So I feel like people should open their doors, like be open-minded, not just
I
focus on numbers. I feel like a lot of
yeah.
students in our school, like I know someone who's so like deeply driven by academics. Like like it's not something to like be ashamed about, but I feel like they're so engrossed in it. Like their whole life basically revolves around academics and they have nothing going on with their lives other than school. I feel
And
like
that's
that's
just
where it gets
sad.
unhealthy. I feel like that's where it gets unhealthy. Like maybe yeah, maybe you're very very motivated, but some people like they seek academic validation. So that's different. Like if you're genuinely like interested in school and you really like want to, like do well and then excel, then go ahead. Then go ahead. Like I won't judge you. But if you're like doing this to, try to feel validated, then that's just unhealthy. Like there's just an unhealthy relationship with school. And I think you need to like wake up and like try different things in life.
Yeah. I I had something else to say, but I think I forgot it.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Um, I don't know. I just
Oh,
think that oh, yeah,
sorry.
continue.
I did
Yeah.
remember. Did you want to finish? Or
No, no, you finish.
okay. I I made it a personal goal for myself, and I'm going to recommend this to everybody in our audience of 3 people. Um,
Okay, okay, yeah. Let's hear it.
we have a list of all the electives our school offers, and there's like
Mhm.
they're separated by different like categories. We have like music, technology, video, English, social studies, and stuff, all health, all stuff, different stuff.
Yeah.
And I made it my personal goal to try and take one from each of them.
I
And
aspire to be that. I aspire to
yeah,
be.
I mean, granted, like if you have room in your schedule, do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was close, so close, but I couldn't get a tech class this year. But I did
Mhm.
everything else. I've done everything other than a tech kind of class.
Exactly. I think that like you exemplified the student that is willing to, open doors for themselves and not just be in one door. You're like willing to take risks, you're willing to do new things, which is good. It's good.
You flattered
Like
me.
in the outside world, like that's something that you should value, something that you should strive to do.
Hmm.
Um because you learn new skills and you can use those skills to benefit yourself or, to be better at your job, like, you know. Um but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like school is just kind of it kind of restricts you in a way.
Yeah. And I just think that everyone shouldn't be afraid to try
Mhm.
because unfortunately we live in a world where our mistakes could be broadcasted in front of tens of millions of people at
Mhm.
the snap of a finger, or better wording, a click of a button. But
Mhm.
if you never take the chance, you'll never know, and you
Mhm.
could live your life in a box, and that would be
Exactly.
terrible.
Um, I kind of got that aha moment like last year.
Mhm.
Um, because like over the summer I was just watching so many movies, so many shows, and I was like, do I really want to like, pursue like medicine? Like I was actually like doubting myself, and my cousin was also bringing it up. And I just kind of like realized like, wow, like if I really commit, I can't go back in time. Like if I finish like medicine and I actually become a doctor, like I would be like 30 years old, but I can't reverse time, you know? That's where I
Mhm.
like kind of just like had this like realization where I'm like, wow, like I should like explore other like career paths, something in like the creative field. Like maybe I want to, like do something that's more like fun, something different. Because if
Yeah.
I'm because if I'm like here on Earth, like I want to like make sure like I get the full experience, you know what I mean? Like I want to make sure
Yeah.
like I get the best of the best. Like I want to go big or go home basically. I I realize like I don't want to settle for less because why am I going to become a medicine and then become a doctor and then like potentially be like depressed and not be happy and then live out the rest of my life becoming like doing doctor things and like treating patients, and then at the end you retire and then you only have like I don't know, a few years to yourself where you actually can
Oh,
enjoy life.
that's a
Like
terrible thought.
like you retire and then you don't even get like you don't even get like 30 years to yourself, unless you like manage to live over 100. But like you retire at 65. Let's say you retire at 65. Okay, like you got a few years to yourself, okay? But then that's just so miserable because I want to make sure I spend all my time. I want to spend as much like time as I can to like explore and like travel the world and like see new things. I don't want to constrict myself into an office building like and working a 9 to 5. Do you know what I mean? Like that's just not how I want to live my life. And I don't think humans evolved that way. We basically did this to ourselves with you know, with all of this, with all politics and stuff. I just think that like I don't know, like humans are never they were never meant to, confine themselves in a room and work all day. They were meant to
Yeah.
hunt. They were supposed to be in nature. They were supposed to be absorbing, the UV rays. They were supposed to eat berries. They were supposed to, do what animals do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Um like basically what I'm saying is this is not natural. It's not natural and
No.
I want to break away from that and I don't want to live that way. But if it comes down to it, I think I'm gonna do medicine like as a last resort because I need money to survive. Like I would rather work a nine
Mhm.
to five than be homeless. That would be even more
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, here's I agree with your point because while I never wanted to be a doctor, um, I did consider law, but that
mhm.
again, that is another very long school process.
Yeah, I'm not
And
I'm not saying like I'm doing this just for money. Like I like I'm interested in like medicine. Like I want to become a dermatologist. Like it's fun. Like I think the skin is interesting, but am I willing to spend like years dedicating myself to educating myself and be in school for that long? Probably
yeah,
not. So
yeah. And
that's basically what I'm saying.
yeah, let me get this straight. Like I don't think life is a game or just like a game, but I've played a lot of lawyer games. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
and I mean that's what got me interested in the courtroom in the first place. Beyond that, I am interested in arguing. Don't you dare stop laughing! I will kill you. Um, um, but like ag- again, coming down to numbers, if I spend 8 years in law school or in getting educated on the law and I take this
Yeah.
bar exam and I fail, that failing number just made my 8 years of work meaningless.
Exactly. It just crumbles right on your face. Like, wow, I just spent that long and I failed.
And
Same
I
with like
failed.
the MCAT. The doctors they have the MCAT and they also have to apply to medical school, which mind you, like they are at the same level of acceptance rate as like Harvard.
Mhm.
So if you don't get in, oh my God, like I have to take a gap year and I have to work on all my extracurriculars and stuff. Like that would break my heart. That would be so like I would probably be like messed up.
Yeah, that would be
Basically
devastating.
rewire that would basically rewire my whole brain chemistry. I'm not even kidding. Like I would be hurt. I would be hurt.
Yeah.
And you're
I think
forced to move on too. You're forced to
yeah.
move on. Like no one's helping you, you know? And I just
Yeah.
think that it's just like I don't know, like you really need to dedicate yourself. That's basically what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
and I don't know if you should do that early in your life because right after college you need to decide for yourself already like, you know?
Not even after
Um
college, after high school, like, as upcoming seniors, we have to really choose
yeah,
what we
exactly.
wanna do for the rest of our lives,
Exactly.
and I'm not ready.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, I think you should just explore all the paths that you have and, kind of measure, like, oh, like, is this worth it or not? Don't just go
Yeah.
in blind. And that's where I hate. I feel like my parents ask me, like, oh, what do you want to do? I don't know. Like, like in the moment, I'm like, okay, I know my answer, but then, like, I change it and they get annoyed. But I'm like, you can't blame me for not knowing what I want to do in my life. Like, I still have like over 80 years, hopefully. Okay, I still have like 80 years. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I have to decide like right now, like here and now? Like what? Like
Yeah.
that's just not normal. Um, but yeah, like ultimately, like my goal is to, impact the world in a positive way. Like, so I'll do anything to do that. Um,
Aw.
yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Um. But yeah, like I just kind of like found meaning in that. Like in a way, like when I was like young, I like wanted to do that, but like I never really knew if I could, because like what are the chances of me being like I don't know, like being famous and actually using my voice and I don't know affect the world like that never like really like hit me. But then I think like just after doing some like thinking, I'm just like, okay, well, if I never tried, then how would I know? You know? Like
Mhm.
fame kind of comes from nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like random. What if I won the lottery and I actually like got famous? Like then I can actually impact the world. But
Yeah.
if I never try, I would never know. So,
Yeah. So, I mean, the takeaways would be just try, don't be afraid, and you're
mhm.
not stupid, so just do it.
Yeah, you're not stupid. Like
You're not stupid.
grades don't matter. Grades don't
Oh,
matter.
yeah,
They might
no.
matter right now. They might matter currently, but in the grand scheme of things, grades don't matter.
Yeah, like,
What
in 20
matters
years, are someone gonna ask you what you
yeah,
got on the Chem Regents?
exactly. And just like, okay, I got a 79, but look at me. I have like I got money. Like I have a Lamborghini in my garage and I got a big fat mansion. So clearly you didn't need that.
Exactly.
Exactly. So basically what's the most important is basically having morals, being yourself, and just be you. Be you. And
Yeah, be you, such a
that's so
Barbie
corny,
message.
but like I think it's important. Like just be you, like explore new paths and do all of
Yeah.
that. And
Give
honestly, in a
me
way, like record like
yeah.
us making this podcast, like it's kinda helping
Mhm,
me because like
mhm.
I'm like, manifesting in a way, like I'm explaining it like as I'm like teaching others, but like, like you know
Yeah,
how that works? Like you gotta like
yeah,
preach it, but you also have to like,
yeah,
you gotta act it out too. So
yeah, yeah. I think,
um
the world would have less corny messages if people just listened to them the first time.
exactly
Um,
because a lot of people don't listen, and
yeah,
a lot of people I feel like both of us we're like we're wise. Like, I think we're wise. I
Oh
think
yeah, I'm totally wise.
we're more mature than our actual age, and that's a fact. Like, I'm not even like that sounds condescending, but like if you're asking me, like, yes, I think both of us were probably emotionally more aware than most of our peers. Most of
Yeah, like
them, they're like, doing their own thing, being popular in school,
all right.
pulling cuz, all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This sounds like a separate episode, my friend. Do you want to rant about that?
That might be our next I don't know, maybe it might be our next episode, you never know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. Basically, the moral of the story is, just be you, like, just be you.
Yeah. I think your mic went out. Yeah. Okay, his mic went out.
Guys, my
So
mic.
I will do the outro. Oh.
Like, this is not real.
Okay,
But
we're
yeah.
gonna ignore his broken mic. Thank you for joining us today.
Mhm. Okay,
On
I'm back, guys. I'm back.
oh, okay. Well, we're leaving now, so
Oh, no. I wanted to say I'm joking. I'm joking.
okay. No, if you, I mean, say something. Say something. You wanted the outro? Go ahead. Get your final remarks. I won't stop
Mm,
you.
Okay, I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to add.
Okay, of course you don't. Of course you don't.
I said everything I had to say.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I need some water actually, so don't mind me.
Okay. So with that, with him going to get water, we'll tap out for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, you're not stupid. Test scores just for and follow your dreams.
Oh wait,
Yay!
I didn't leave yet. I didn't leave yet. But yeah, Calvin and Nicole signing out. Oh, make sure you leave a review. Um, any feedback is much appreciated. Make sure you spread the word. You're not
Say
stupid.
something
Like,
funny.
yeah. Be kind. Be kind. Actually, be
Be
kind.
kind, but say something funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make
All
me
right.
laugh. I'm tired.
Calvin and Nicole signing out.